Put in your earbuds, turn up the volume in the car, or turn down the volume in your office. It's Season 2 of Welcome to the Hit Show. Our guests this week include a boot full of ketchup, 3 solid minutes of merciful silence, and a memory. She said she was a Taurus. I didn't know what that meant. A bull, I think, or a star? A bull made of stars, shining so brightly the world stopped dead in its tracks until it was set alight by her proximity. She burned through the universe. Everything she touched cauterized to lava, charred to ash, burned until there was nothing left to burn. She said she was a Taurus, but her voice was an inferno, and there was no one left to understand it. Welcome to the Hit Show! Put the kids to bed and throw another batch of evidence on the fire. It's episode 45 of Welcome to the Hit Show. This week's guests include a distant cousin of Jerry Garcia throwing a handful of nickels at a Ford F-150, a halftime break for performative weeping, and a memory. I was in a trance at the melody, descending and dissonant, all quarter and eighth tone increments. I marveled at a beauty which I could never conceive, much less replicate. It might as well have been the Song of Angels, so glad was I to have a recording. And then I awoke. A sick dread filled my chest as I realized the melody was trapped in my head. I had neither the voice nor the ability to set it free, and so I sat helplessly in a silent room and listened as it repeated its call, its cry for escape. As the sleep dissipated like oxygen, the chamber grew quieter. I heard the melody fade, now whispering its name, begging for release. And then I heard it die. Welcome to the Hit Show! Take off your hat and respect the process. It's episode 46 of Welcome to the Hit Show. This week's guests include your former self screaming in horror at what you've become, a slightly later version of your former self sighing in acceptance at what you've become, and a much older version of yourself asking you for forgiveness. Not for what they became, but forgiveness of you, of yourself, knowing that time is not a horse on which you can charge into the past and rescue who you used to be. But the future? Your future? They said to tell you that they're depending on you to let go of those inaccessible regrets that hang off your soul like a sled full of sorrow. They asked to remind you that you are enough, that you're not your mistakes. And while they cannot change you, they are begging you to change them. Welcome to the Hit Show! Spit out that ink and breathe deep of the sweet smoke of spring cleaning. It's episode 47 of Welcome to the Hit Show. This week's guests include the ghost of opening day, a guy who used to know how to whistle the entire guitar solo from Hot for Teacher by Van Halen, general manager Jon Daniels, and the Earth. It looked so small, and it made him wonder if distance was the most powerful weapon of all. From far enough away, the sun was kind, and Earth looked no more dangerous than a slow-floating marble. Every weapon, every perilous precipice, every fist thrown or vulnerability, it all smoothed into a serene little stone. And yet he knew, get close enough and even a tiny grain of sand in the eyeball could be excruciating. He internalized this and thought of it often when he returned, but he never told anyone because, well, what good is learning a lesson if you don't put it into practice? Distance. Make your enemies real small. Welcome to the Hit Show. Buckle buckle up your space helmet and stop pestering your sister. It's episode 48 of Welcome to the Hit Show. This week's guests include a brain worm with government ties, Hall of Fame play-by-play broadcaster Eric Nadel, a shark with some very suspicious vegan recipes, and the high road is half a mountaintop away. And the gas lights have finally set the roof ablaze. All my rose-colored glasses have wilted to gray, and I know I'll be ashes before I escape to the high road. It's half a mountaintop away. Welcome to the Hit Show. Break out the ukulele and rinse off the cats. It's episode 49 of Welcome to the Hit Show. This week's guests include Fish, the band, Fish, the animal, Ken Rosenthal, and a realization that we shouldn't need clothes because skin is already like a built-in wrapper, like wrapping paper, not like a, rapper, like musician. Not like if your skin could just like flow tiny rhymes at you all day, like every hair follicle is a mouth and they all speak in a language made of hair and they're all just beefing with each other because they don't realize they're all in this together, and that's why you're stressed out, but you don't know because it's too quiet for you to actually hear and you don't speak hair. Welcome to the Hit Show. Stand tall and breathe deep the air of, I don't know, maybe a different room than usual. I don't know, man. Go eat breakfast in the shower. There are no rules against it. It's a brave new world. Eggs in the shower. Dump the coffee on your head. No one can stop you. Today's guests include a coffee cup that's getting a little too big for his britches, a teenage lizard who lives outside my office window, his name is Terrence, Willie Calhoun, and a dramatic reading from East of Eden by John Steinbeck. When a child first catches adults out, when it first walks into his grave little head that adults do not have divine intelligence, that their judgments are not always wise, their thinking true, their sentences just, his world falls into panic, desolation. The gods are fallen and all safety gone, and there is one sure thing about the fall of gods. They do not fall a little. They crash and shatter or sink deeply into green muck. It is a tedious job to build them up again. They never quite shine, and their child's world is never quite whole again. It is an aching kind of growing. Welcome to the Hit Show. Tuck in your kilt and break down your lipids. It's episode 51 of Welcome to the Hit Show. Today's guests include a nomadic wisp of hair, rumored to be from the chest of King Gargamel IX, a barking Cheeto, Ron Washington, and
a stretching of time, a speeding up, and a slowing down.
Welcome to the Hit Show. Eat your cake and listen for violins. It's episode 52 of Welcome to the Hit Show. Today's guests include a wisp of Barry Manilow's breath, a stick of gum from a pack of 1984 Topps baseball cards, Jose Trevino, and a safe and easy quarantine workout that you can do from home. All you need is something to hold on to, a heads up to the rest of your family, and a glass of water for your cool down. Everybody ready? All right. Hold tight to your anchor and repeat after me. Welcome to the Hit Show. Rip open that pack of cards and check the mail for the 9th time today. It's episode 53 of Welcome to the Hit Show. Today's guests include a sticky gob of dark matter, the inventor of the strudel, Fabian Ardaya, and a reminder that we are all in this together. We are all stuck in here together. Someone put us all in here. I'm not sure how. Please don't panic. There has to be a lid or something. I'm sorry. You're stepping on my face. Can you please just slide a little to the left? Welcome to the Hit Show. Eat an entire bowl of tricks and reconsider that email to your parents. It's episode 54 of Welcome to the Hit Show. Today's guests include a rank-and-file member of the Mouse Army from that one childhood book that you still have nightmares about, a broken teacup, used only once by no one of any renown, and a recipe. Are you tired of the same old boring tomatoes on your ice cream? Why not try spicing up your cream game by ordering a bushel of George R.R. Martin's homegrown demon eggs? At over 4 million Scoville units, these eggs are completely unfertilized, so while they're harmless to your immortal soul, your tongue might literally burst into flames, creating a lovely creme brulee of ice and fire. Welcome to the Hit Show. Set up a slip and slide in the dining room and spend a day trying to figure out what exactly a parsnip is. It's episode 55 of Welcome to the Hit Show. Today's guests include a real-live dinosaur who missed the announcement about extinction, Oakland A's beat writer Alex Coffey, and bears. Black bears, brown bears, grizzly bears, polar bears, sloth bears, you name it, we got it. Panda bears, sun bears, gummy bears, the three bears, bare legs, bare arms, pew pew, Barry Manilow, barely alive, bear down, we've got bears, bears, bears! Welcome to the Hit Show. Play your music in the sun and get your lovin' on the run. It's episode 56 of Welcome to the Hit Show. Today's guests include a picker, a grinner, a lover, a sinner, Astros beat writer Jake Kaplan, a joker, a smoker, a midnight toker, and some guy named Maurice. Welcome to the Hit Show. Have you ever been so mad that you had to go to the gym and take it out on a punching bag? Or maybe needed to go to the batting cages and take a few swings at baseballs, or, my personal favorite, take a golf club to some low-hanging tree branches in the backyard. Have you ever been so mad that you punched a wall? Your own wall, maybe? What set you off? Was it a fight with a significant other or a parent? Was it frustration about a situation at work? What made you so mad that you couldn't sit still? Did it work, by the way? Did you feel better after? More importantly, were you able to take steps to fix it and keep it from happening again? Did you have the power to make that change? And if your anger was directed at a person or a group of people, did they tell you they felt your pain and then turn around and do the same thing again and again and again for years, for decades? What would you do? If it was your spouse, would you get a divorce? If it was your job, would you quit? If it was an abusive family member, would you cut ties? What if it was somebody you could not avoid? And what if the only thing you did to earn their ire was follow instructions and reach for your wallet? Or what if they made you crawl on a hotel floor and all you did was try to pull up your pants? What if this went on for decades and thousands of unarmed people were killed and you thought you might be next? And if you had the option to just agree to leave each other alone, you would have taken it? You would have taken it 1,000 times, you would have taken it, but that's not an option? Would that be enough to make you angry? Would that be enough to make you punch a wall? I hope this doesn't sound like I'm condoning violence. I'm not in any fashion. Violence is the problem I'm hoping that we are addressing here. I don't, and it's important to state this part clearly, what I'm about to talk about is separate from violence, and it seems like we need to be reminded of this part. I don't understand setting buildings on fire. I don't understand looting. I don't understand destruction of property if the hope is to get the public on your side. But I do understand being angry. I do understand the feeling that after trying and trying and trying to get someone on my side, the only response I get is, "Are you sure it's not your fault?" I understand desperation. If you've been watching the news this week and your response is, "Look, I'm against racism, but I don't understand why these people are rioting," I'd like to ask you to do two things. One, don't allow the actions that you don't understand to be your excuse from looking with big, clear eyes at the root of the issue. And two, I'd like to ask you to flip that statement around. I just don't understand why these people are rioting, but I am against racism. Now you've put the important part where it belongs. Now what are you going to do about it? Welcome to the Hit Show. In television, there's a magic number. A number that has changed recently, it turns out. It used to be that after 100 episodes, you reached syndication. In other words, 100 was the threshold that meant your show had a large enough body of work that a TV station could buy the rights to your reruns and play them at 2 a.m. after Night Court or I Love Lucy, just before that weird infomercial that was trying to sell you like a knife made out of towels that you could use to cut your own hair. That number has changed recently. Apparently, our collective attention span is short enough that 88 episodes will do the trick. This is episode 58 of Welcome to the Hit Show, which means we got to within 30 episodes of syndication, a fact that stings a little less when you realize that syndication does not exist for podcasts. You can literally just go back and listen to our reruns anytime you want. But this is the final one. 58 times the universe conspired to make Emily Jones put up with me. 53 of these intros, which have ranged from serious to full-on insane fevered dreams, and just a whole lot of swearing by Emily, and more than a handful of conversations with guests who have enlightened and entertained us. I'll still be around, writing about the Rangers on The Athletic, but for now, it is my privilege to say it one last time. Cue the music. Welcome, for the final time, to the Hit Show.